Okay, so there's two questions. Let's have a little look at how we solve them using the calculator. Yeah, you don't need double brackets or factorization. You can just use the calculator. Okay, let me see, can I get this off screen? Way too many tabs open. Okay. So here's a calculator. The first thing I do is go in and press y equals to get to this. And I'm going to plot into the first one. So the first one was 5 minus 2x minus x squared is less than 0. So I'm going to 5, you can type along if you have your calculator, 5 minus 2x minus x and squared. Okay, so the question was, where is this less than 0? Let's have a look at the graph by pressing the graph button, and we get this N-shaped curve. The window for me, well, this is what you would have to see. You can see here it goes through at 3 and about 1-ish, 3-ish and 1-ish. So I think I have my window at 10s, minus 10. So I go to window, minus 10, 10, scale is 1, minus 10, 10. That's what I usually set before I do a question, if I don't know any more information. And then I have a little look. So this one contains the graph. So I press graph again. All right, where is this less than 0? All this bit here up to the line, and all this bit here up to the line. What line are we looking at? We're looking at this. The x-axis is where y is 0. Okay, I need to find this point here and this point here, the 2 points where it crosses that x-axis. They'll be part of my answer. How do I find that? I press second trace, and I'm looking for not intersect, I'm looking for zeros, the zeros, where it's equal to 0. So I go down and I go into that one. I put my left bound. Now your calculator looks slightly different. I move my left bound to the left of it. Move my right bound to the right. I press enter, so it's in between these two. I don't guess, and I get minus 3.45. So that's one answer, minus 3.45.
Would we have to write less than 0, or would we just write x equals?
For now, just write minus 3.45, and then we get the second answer. So I'll do that again. Second trace, go down, get a 0. Enter. Enter, so either side, left and right bound, in the center, 1.45. Okay, so how do I write that as a solution? So my two answers, what can you see here? I'll just turn it over here a bit. My two answers, I got minus 3.45 and I got 1.45. That's where the graph was here and here. Now the answer, we're looking for below 0. So that's this and this. So how do I write it then? So before I hit minus 3.45, so when x is smaller than minus 3.45, and when x is bigger than this one, 1.45, it is below the line. It is less than 0. And that's...
How do you know which one's smaller or bigger? That was confusing.
It says below 0. So I look at the graph, and it's below 0 here and here. This is below 0, yeah? This is what I found to be minus 3.45. So all these numbers over this way are before it. Like smaller than, and all these numbers over here are greater than. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do the second example. That's this one. You can do this two different ways. The easiest way, I think, is to do a rearrangement and find out where it's greater than 0. That is probably the easiest way to do it. Bring everything to one side and find out where it's greater than 0. So I'm going to put this in the calculator. Can you see that? Okay, let's have a look at that in the calculator. So do it before me if you can. I'm going to clear out this one, go back to y equals. I'm going to remove this one. I rearranged it so I get 3 plus x minus 2 to the power of x. So it should look like that. I'm going to graph it again and we get this shape. So we've 2 points of intersection here and here, 2 zeros, should I say. Let's find these 2 zeros. Second trace, 0, left, enter, right, enter, don't bother guessing, minus 2.86. On the second answer, second trace, 0, move it over, left bound, enter, right bound, enter, and we get 2.45. So minus 2.86. So we remove this. So we have this interesting shape. 2 answers, minus 2.86 and 2.45 or so.
Yeah.
Where is it above 0 this time? So this is greater than 0.
On the right.
So all of this is above the line. Oh yeah. So x has to be between this and this. Remember, this is the x-axis, so we got all these points along here. So it would include 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. It would be from this up to that. How do I write that? The best way is to put x in the middle of the inequality. X is between minus 2.86 and 2.45. Now, if you're not sure in the exam if this is right or wrong, you just do x is greater than this one, minus 2.86, and x is less than 2.45, which says the same thing. Okay? So the key thing here is get everything over to one side and then use the 0, because the 0 is very easy to use.
So the answer can be
Either written either way is fine. There is a second way to do this where you graph these two separately, this one and you see which one is when this one is above that one. But I think that's a little bit trickier. You'll have two lines, this will be a line and this will be a curve. You'll get the same answers, but you have to use intersection for this. Intersection of the two lines. This one you use zeros, the one we use. I'll do this method, and then we'll see that they are the same answer, and then we'll finish this section. Okay, so I'll do that other method, in case you were interested. The other method is drawing two of them separately. So I'm going to draw 3 plus x on one, and I'm going to draw 2 to the power of x on the other. I'm going to look at that in a graph. Okay. So the question asked, where was the line, the 3 plus x, greater than the other one? So here's the line. It's only greater than the other one for this short section here, between here and here. Do we see that? That's the only place it's greater than. So if I have these 2 points of intersection, it's going to be between there and there. You're going to get the same answers, but we'll just hopefully prove that. Second trace, and this time, if you're looking for an intersection of two lines, we press intersect. We'll maybe just get one of the intersections, this one over here. This intersection, I went to the left, went to the right, and it gets 2.45 as well, which we got in the other one. If you do this intersection, you get minus 2.86. The same answers. Between here and here, one is above the other. That comes up a little bit more often in functions, but it's a calculator skill that could come up in the algebra exam as well. Any questions? No. Okay. Let's go back to our quadratic and cubic sequences then from yesterday. Our old friend.